guys, welcome to my channel. So Microsoft has just released the horizontal and vertical layout container. These containers will help us to make a responsive Power Apps, and since Canvas based Power Apps is pretty much static, and this feature will help us to make responsive Canvas app. So to turn on this feature, you need to go to File, Advanced Setting, and search for Layout. So this needs to be turned on. For your old apps, it will be turned off. If you want to do some changes to your old app, you need to switch it on. For new apps, it is on by default. The next thing that you need to do is go to screen size and put scale to fit as off. Now this is it to get started. Now this is the screen. You can start from creating a new screen which is responsive. So there is 3 templates of screen that we can use to make a responsive Power Apps. So let's go with this one. So if you see this, we have containers here auto generated. So these containers are within screen container 1, and there is header container 1, main screen container 2, and footer container 1. So this is the main container within which there are 3 other containers that are placed. So that means we can do nested containers as well. So if you see to screen container 1, so if since we need a responsive app, the width of this needs to change with the size of the screen. So let's check what's set there. So if we see the width, it's parent the width, and if we check height, it's parent the height. So based on what is the width of the screen size, it will adjust accordingly. So now if you check the containers and if you check their properties, the height for this one is set at 75, and the height for this one is also 75. But if you check the height for this one, it is at the flexible height. So what flexible height property does is whatever space that is left after the fixed size heights are taken, it will cover the space of those areas. So let's make a burger menu with a responsive feature. So let's go to screen container here, and let's set it color to blue, and let's add some buttons. So we have 3 buttons. Let's call it home, example, or let's say about, contact, and service. So something like you see usually on a website. So let's put the border at 0. Okay, and let's keep the color as same as we have for the header. And if you click on the container, there are multiple properties that you can see. So first property is direction. If you change it to horizontal, it will go like this, one after another. And if you check it to horizontal, it will go like this. So since we have a fixed height set, let's increase this height to, let's say, 200. This is something how it will look, so just keep it at 75. And next thing is the alignment and justification. So let's move it back to horizontal. Now we can use it to in the center or left, or stretch it, space it like this. And there is something called align stretch, which if I turn it, oh sorry, if I turn it off, since the color is, let's change the color for now. So if you, I think you can figure it out. So right now there's something like this, and if I stretch it, so, so this is individually stretched. Okay, so if I stretch it, the buttons will stretch to its height, and if I put it top or middle, it will take their default minimum height. So the next thing is gap. So if they are like this, and let's change the color so that we have an idea of what's happening. So if it's something like this, we need to put a gap between these controls. So in that case, we use gap for that, and it looks like something like this. So rest, so let's go to the main container. So and the gap, we have covered that. Horizontal overflow, so if there are components that goes beyond the limit that is set for the container, it will show, it will either hide or scroll. Same with the vertical. And wrap is something where you, where if let's add a new container just to show wrap. So if I put some buttons inside it, and wrap is set to on, so when I move this, it will fall something like this. Same goes for here. So now for controls within the controller, we can either most of the stuff are almost the same except for this one. So align in container, if we go to container and set the alignment, we can set these different alignments. But let's say we don't want this particular control to be aligned a little differently, then in that case we can go to custom alignment and use these to align them differently. Set back to set by container. Next thing is flexible width. So if I set it on, from this area to this area, there is a last area that's empty within the container, because the width of the width of the controls is 160. So if I turn the flexible width on, it will try to cover all the rest of the area. And for next button, if I tried it on as well, so these two will share the area. But let's say if I want home to contain more area than about, what I can do is I can go to home and fill portion. I can make it 2. So out of 3, it is covering 66% of the area. Similarly, if I put it 3, it's almost covering 75% of the area. So this is how the flexible width works. And if you check in these 3 containers, this one does not have, this one has a flexible height, so that the rest of the area that is covered after 75 height of the top one and 75 width of the footer, rest of the area is fully covered by the middle area. So regardless of the changes in the size, the middle area will cover the empty spaces. So let's just set him to non-flexible. Okay, so within this container we will insert another container, a vertical container. And if I want this container to go to the top of the top within the container, I can just reorder and move to start, so it comes to like first one. And I want its height to be exactly of its parent, so it's limited now. Now within the container, I want to insert a logo. just type logo. You can put an image here depending on your app. Color white, and I want this to be aligned, so I want it to be aligned something like this. And after this logo I want a burger menu to appear. Okay, yeah. So color it to white, and since I want logo to cover most of the part and burger menu to just cover the last one, I'll put the flexible height to on, flexible width to on, so it will cover the rest of the area and this will cover the end. So now I can go to layout, layout direction. So we will make this container vertical or horizontal based on the size of the screen. So we can know different screen size. So there is something called screen dot size. So if screen dot size dot small equals to 1, it means it's a phone. If it's medium, it's a tablet. If it's a large screen, it's a tablet held horizontally. If it's extra large, then it's a computer. So let's come back to here. Since I will not be able to test it through phone, so I'll just put it medium. So if so we are at screen 2, so screen 2 dot size is less or equals to screen size dot medium, then layout, so layout direction vertical. If not, layout direction would be horizontal. So let's play this, and if you see, and it's turning into vertical. So now when it's vertical, the height needs to be increased almost like at the, so that it could show everything. So I'll go to height, EFGH. So height is 75. So using the same logic we have put for the direction, so I'll just copy this. So I'll paste the same code that I've used for the horizontal and vertical. So for vertical I'll put 200, if not it will be 75. So let's play this. So fit in, but not exactly. So let's open this again. Put height at around 250. Oops. Sorry. Play this and see. Okay, so height looks a little better, but let's increase at around 260. So it's very important that you do your layouting and all the calculation first, so that you don't have to do this. Anyways, I think this is fine, so never mind. So what I need to do now is, on the click of this button, the home service and contact needs to appear and disappear. So what I'll do is I'll go here, and first of all I'll set a value on visible. So update since it's just locally used, I will not use set and just use operate context. So burger menu initial it's false, and I'll copy this, and on select it will do the toggling. So it's done here. Now I'll select the buttons and on visible, so burger menu, but we also need to so it's not enough that only burger menu works here, because it needs to show up when its menu is clicked, but it needs to show up when the screen size is not medium. So what I will do is, if screen 2 dot size equals to layout dash, let's wait for some time. Okay, so if it's my bad, screen size dot medium, then in that case use burger menu, or just sorry, or just true, and the burger icon should also only appear if it's yeah, now this icon should also appear only when it's medium. So let's put something like this, and now play this. Now this is fine, but I don't need this big height. So I'll do is go to here and I'll go to height. So if screen size is medium, and so burger menu, so if the burger menu is there, the size will be 260, if not it will be 75. So let's play this. So now we have hamburger menu, and if it expanded it will disappear and it works something like this. So apart from that, due to this container, lots of things are now easier. So if you put a form within it and maybe just have a data source attached to it, I'll put the default mode to new, and now I will set its width. So I'll go to container first and set it width as parent dot width, and so it will encapsulate the width of screen container 1. Then I'll go to form, and for form I'll put parent dot width, so it will take the width of the parent itself. Let's try switching. So now it has kind of a refreshed. So now I'll play this, and when you move this and you click this, so pretty cool how it works. And since we have now this responsiveness is on, we have endless possibilities is what we can do with Power Apps. This is how you can implement the responsiveness in Power Apps now, with vertical and horizontal containers. It gives more flexibility around what are the things that we can do in Power Apps. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to be notified of all the videos that I upload, please click the bell icon. Please comment if you have any feedbacks. Thank you so much.